Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Kickstarter's Last Rites. I am Mr. Anderson, the voice of Written Sins. We're going to take a little bit of time to go over the Kickstarter's about to end on Kickstarter and give them their last rites. So let us begin with the list. We have Sinestre. This is just a fantastic comic book. I'm not sure why people aren't getting excited about it. I'm not sure why you're not backing it. There's a video about it, a music video that is actually performed by the creator. You guys are really missing out on this. It does seem like a long shot at this point, but I mean, there's not a huge ask. It's only $2,000. That's easily gotten in a couple days. I personally think everyone who watches this video should go back. It looks like a great story. I don't know why it's not. Just for those who don't know, it's a fantasy adventure about four brothers who survive a crash near a tribal reservation in Africa. I mean, I've gotten to see a preview of it. I've seen the effort put in by the creator. I don't know why the backing's not there. I'm kind of disappointed, honestly, because we featured this a couple times. The art's great. The story is this Sinestre brothers embark on a trip to Africa, and it is cut short as a fatal boat crash occurs in their travels. They find themselves near the shorelines where an unknown tribe settles. The tribe transforms brothers into immortal creatures in the hopes that they will protect them from their enemies. So, I mean, it's definitely a different take on Gilligan's Island for certain. This is something that I think that you should be part of. I think if you haven't been part of, you're letting yourself down. That's just my opinion. I do think it's worth it. Please check it out. We can't dedicate all the time to it, but I'm just telling you that you're missing out if you're not backing this. It's going to be one of those things that's going to make it one day around, and you're going to have known you had the opportunity to get in on the ground floor. We have the Sorghum and Spear. I know I'm pronouncing that one wrong. Apologies for that. This has made its Kickstarter nut as it was, and it's basically a fantasy saga about young girls called to serve their people in a time of war during the ages of innocence. It looks like an interesting story. The art is there. I mean, it's got compelling. I mean, that looks animated quality. You really have got top-notch quality on the artwork for this. I don't see much in the way of an actual problem with the art at all. I think the art is there. It's one thing Kickstarter I know people look for. As you can see, it also talks about its influence and its far-reaching effects. Here's the budget and all that. This is definitely something to look into. It's a very interesting project. They're talking about the actual stalks and the grains and how it's a livestock. So it's an interesting Kickstarter. I would give it a look before it ends. We have Too Good to Be True. Here is a struggling comic book artist. She is a Hollywood starlet. His dreams, are about her. She doesn't even know he exists until they meet. So, okay, here you go. This is made by Philippe Cagno, who gave us The Few and the Curse. Great book, solid following. He's almost there, 6,844 on an 8,000 budget. This is like, one of those stories that you kind of look at a person from afar, you wind up romanticizing if you met them and how your interaction would be. Everyone's had that celebrity crush, and this comic book is about someone who actually gets that celebrity crush to come to life. The art in it is stellar. The idea is promising. It's not your average comic book, but I know Philippe. I know he's a great storyteller. I know you won't go wrong with this book. I mean, the art in it is just amazing. I know Philippe as a storyteller is amazing. This really is one of those things you will not regret if you become part of it. So with that said, definitely check it out and back it if you can. Remember, every dollar counts, so you can do it with just a single dollar. And finally, speak no evil. Now, we've been talking about this for a while now because we've been covering it since the beginning, and I just do not understand why this is struggling to get to a goal. I mean, it's an interesting story. It's like Back to the Future meets future tech. It's something very interesting. You get time travel, you get mafia, you get, sort of a mob feel to it. Steve Orlando has spoken about the book. Christopher Sabila, no, I'm pronouncing that wrong. Definitely a couple others. The team is fantastic. You got a good group of creators right there, bringing together something that's already, it's already been out there. It's already been successful in the first issue. Here are your costs. I'm not sure why there's a 10% for Amazon. I think they mean Kickstarter for that 10%, not actual Amazon. Because I know that, Kickstarter takes 10%. So if you guys are watching this, you might want to change that on your reward level. But this is definitely something to check out. Great covers. See No Evil 3. Speak No Evil 3. Speak No Evil and Speak No Evil. So it's definitely interesting. This is for issue number 3. So those are variant covers at the bottom. This is one of those things that you should be looking at. So that's the end of it. These are the 4 we're covering tonight that are going to be ending in the next couple of days. So if you hear my voice telling you this, you got to make sure it's not too late. Go right away when this gets posted online at writtensins.com. We will, of course, be adding all the links to it. Remember, guys, supporting someone only takes $1. And even if you don't necessarily think the idea is for you, sometimes it's good to challenge yourself. Sometimes it's good to pick something you wouldn't think normally you would like. So that's your challenge. Find one of these and back it. You can get the PDF file. Expand your fanhood. See if there's something out there that you didn't know about yet. That's it for this edition of Kickstarter Last Rights. We hope to see you next week. We'll be doing this as a weekly thing. We're going to be trying to do this on Mondays. So then Tuesdays we can do the release of the new ones. We have something exciting planned for showing the new release of this week's Kickstarter cheat sheet. I think you guys will dig it. I think it's really interesting. The concept, we just have to make it come together. We'll do the video tomorrow. We have a couple, hopefully, interviews coming this week. So stay tuned, and we will have the weekly wrap-up recap show this week. It was a busy weekend for me, so we didn't get to do it this weekend, but I'll get it done the next day or two. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. This was week 15, but like I said, this is going to be now a weekly program. So if you have a Kickstarter you want featured in the last couple of days, just reach out to us and we'll happily put it on the program. If you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments below.